Hello and welcome to the Deadly Pit. Look at you have fallen into this pit, and it is quite deadly because there's polar bears in it and deadly spiders. Hey, this is a watch me problem, so all you have to do is sit back, relax, and watch to see how this problem is solved, and then copy it into your notebook so next time you have a problem with ratios or proportions, you know how to solve it. Without further ado, let us get on to our scenario. You have fallen into a deadly pit, my friend. Your only hope of escape is to solve this problem. Your deadly pit contains polar bears and tarantulas. Ooh, very scary. And the pit contains 2/9 times the as many polar bears as tarantulas. So your first hint is right here. Anytime you have a fraction, you can think of it in three different ways. 2/9, 2 out of 9, or 2 divided by 9. In this case, we're going to say 2 out of 9. So if there are 9 tarantulas, then there's going to be 2 of the polar bears because you get 2 of these out of 9 of those. Therefore, for the ratio that represents the animals in your pit, you can put your ratio just like this, and I'm going to go ahead and just write ratio. And I've got polar bears to tarantulas, right? And I can write that as 2:9, right? Because that is the ratio that I've got. I've got 2 polar bears for every 9 tarantulas, right? Now I could also write that as 2:9. And the third way I could write it is as a fraction, which is 2:9, which is actually the exact same as what we have right up here. Alrighty, and this is how you would write the answer for the first problem of write a ratio that represents the animals in your pit. Bam, right there, my friends. All right, so now we've got a problem. If there are 24 spiders right here, how many bears are in your pit? So in this case, we want to use the trusty T-chart. Alrighty, so here we go. I've got my T-chart set up with my big old T, and then I got P for polar bear right here, and I've got T for tarantula right here. So now I know that my ratio is right up here. It is 2 polar bears for every 9 tarantulas, right? So I'm going to just plug in the 2 to 9, right? And now I'm told that there are 27 spiders, so 27 of these bad boys, right? So what I can really do is just double this, right? So if I take 9 plus 9, I'll get 18 here. So I'll drop the 18 there. And then that's not 27 yet, so I'll add another 9 to that. And 18 plus 9 will give me 27, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So if there are 27 spiders or tarantulas in this pit, then I can simply double the 2. So 2 plus 2 is going to give me 4, right? And then if I add another group of 2, I'll get 6 here, right? And so I've got 6. And all I did was, actually I used my iterative function over here of plus 9, right? And then plus 9. That's going to just repeat over and over again, right? And I only needed to get to 27 because there's 27 spiders, right? So I went 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 9 is 27, and bam, that's the amount of tarantulas, right? And then over here, I use the iterative function of plus 2, right? Because I'm going by sets of 2, right? So 2 polar bears plus 2, let me write that in, would give me 4, right? And then 4 plus 2 would give me 6, right? So 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, and that's all I needed to know because I needed to know how many polar bears there were if there were 27 of these bad boy spiders. And this is the way to use the T-chart to solve a problem like this. So, bam, there you have it. Now let's move on to our third problem of this little challenge here. And for number 3, it says, if there are 77 creatures in all, how many bears and spiders are in your deadly pit? All right, well, let's figure that out. And we're going to use another T-chart, but a triple-decker T-chart. Alrighty, and here we go. I've got my triple-decker T-chart. So I've got P for the polar bears here, T for the tarantulas right there, and then total. So I'll add these up. Now watch how I do this. The ratio is going to stay consistent, right? It's 2 to 9, 2 to 9, 2 to 9. I'm going to write 2 polar bears, bam, to 9 tarantulas. And now all I have to do is add these up, because if I have 2 polar bears and 9 tarantulas, I've got 11 creatures in my deadly pit with me, right? So 2 plus 9 is going to give me 11. Bam, right there I have 11. Now, I could do this in one of two ways. I could do repeated addition like I did over here, plus 9, right? And I would just go plus 11, plus 11, plus 11, plus 11, plus 11, until I got to 77. Or I could do a shortcut and just go, okay, if I've got 11 and I want to get to 77, I happen to know that I need to just multiply 11 by 7, and that will give me 77. And then if I do that, I'll take 7 times 9, and that's going to give me 63. And then I take 7 times 2, and that's going to give me 14. And bam, right there is your answer, because 14 plus 63 will give you 77. And that is exactly what you wanted to figure out. If there are 77 creatures in all, how many bears and spiders are in your deadly pit? And this right here, my friends, is a super secret way to figure out how to do that. So you're going to just put your ratio in, add up to get your total, and then multiply it by whatever number gives you the same number that you're looking for here, right? In this case, 77. So that was 7. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 2 is 14. So there are 14 polar bears and 69 tarantula spiders in your deadly pit. And bam! That is all you need to do to solve this problem. So there you have it, my friend. To solve problem number 1 right up here, you're going to just write your ratio like this, right there. Then to solve problem 2 right there, you'll write this strategy with the T-chart, just like that. Bam. And then for the third problem, right over here, use your triple-decker T-chart with one animal here, whatever it is, a second animal here, and you're going to follow the same ratio that you got here, and then just total it up and multiply by whatever number will give you your ending product, right? And bam, then you're set. Hey, that's what you need to do. Now what I'd like you to do is pause this video, copy all this information into your notebook, so you're good to go for any ratio and proportion problem like this. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.